Welcome back guys to our DSC challenge series. With this, we are going to start another phase of our series. And in this particular phase, we are going to look at the questions of hash maps. So our first question is majority element 2. So let us see what does the question says. The question says we are given an integer array of size n and we need to find all the elements that appear more than n by 3 times. So let us understand this particular question with the help of an example. See, in example number 1, we are given an array nums which contains elements 3, 2, 3. So what is the size of the array? The size of the array is 3 because it contains 3 elements. So what will be the value of n by 3? The n by 3 will return 3 divided by 3, which is equals to 1. So we need to return all the elements that appear more than one time. So what we are going to do? We are going to calculate the frequency of each and every element. After calculating the frequency of every element, we are going to check whether if this particular element appear more than n by 3 times. We are going to store the value of n by 3 initially in a variable, and we are going to check whether that element appears more than n by 3 times or not. If that element appear more than n by 3 times, we are going to store it in our final answer, otherwise not. So in this, nums was given to us as 3, 2, 3. So 3 appears 2 times at index 0 as well as at index 2. 2 appears only once at index 1. So we are going to check 3 appears twice, which is more than one time. We are including it in our final answer. 2 appears only one time. 1 is equal to 1. It is not greater than 1. But in the question, it is clearly mentioned we need to find all the elements that appear more than n by 3 times. So we will not include 2 in our final answer. So I hope the question is very much clear to you all. Now let us understand this question with the help of code. What we did, initially we have calculated the size of the vector in nums.size and stored it in our variable n. After that, we have declared an ordered map which contains int comma int mp. We already know that in map we store a key value pair. After that, we have initialized a variable check with n by 3 times because in the question it is clearly mentioned we need to find whether that element appear n by 3 times or not. So initially only we have defined a variable check with value as n by 3. After that, we have defined a vector to store our final answer because the return type is vector int. So vector int ANSW. Then what we did in line number 8 to 10. In line number 8 to 10, we have applied a loop which traverses through the entire vector nums, which is already given to us, and it will find the frequency of each and every element. So for that, we have applied a loop mp at the index of nums at the index of I plus plus. So what will happen if nums at the index of I comes, it is going to increment its value. So now in our map mp, we have calculated the frequency of each and every element. So once the loop get completed, we have the frequency of each and every element with us stored in mp. After that, what we did, we again traverse the array from 0 to n. We will see if mp.find nums at the index of I double equals to mp.n. It means if that nums at the index of I is not present in our mp, then we are going to continue. We will not go further. If it is present in our array, then we are going to check its value. mp at the index of nums at the index of I will return the frequency of that particular nums at the index of I. How many times that particular nums at the index of I is present in our vector. So mp at the index of nums at the index of I, this value is going to return us frequency. If it is greater than check, then what we are going to do, we are going to store it in our answer answ.pushback nums at the index of I, as well as we are going to erase it from our num map because we have already stored it in our answer. So we will erase it from our map because if 3 appears at 0th index as well as second index. So if we will not erase, then in our answer, we will store 3 2 times, which is not correct. So that is why we need to erase it from our map. So I hope the question is clear. Once the loop gets completed, we will return ANSW. That is our answer in which all the elements which appear more than n by 3 times is stored. So I hope the question is clear to you all. The question is pretty simple. If the question is clear, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.